Hey there, this is Malorian, and this is going to be the next game in the Bretonnian Campaign. Now, at this point, we're all at 11 virtues, but I have one game in hand. So here we go. If I can get the last two virtues in this game, I win the whole campaign. Now, I was supposed to have a game yesterday, but unfortunately, last second, the guy had to back out because of work. So, whatever. Here I thought, like, man, it's going to be another week. I'm kind of slowing down the whole campaign. But luckily, I threw up a thing on Facebook, and a guy said, hey, I'll play ya. And it's a guy, I even forgot he even played the game because he's normally, a 40K player. But he said, hey, I'm not a very strong player, but I'll have a game with you. And I thought, yes, this is perfect. I can score these last two virtues and off we go. So, I'm sure the other guys won't like hearing this, but hey, I'm going to try and sneak it in. We'll see what happens. All right, so here we go. First thing I should say is that I forgot my camera, but I used my camera, the camera on my phone. And actually, the pictures didn't turn out too bad. This one's focusing on the unit in the back, but whatever. I'm going with three characters again, and the way I have them set up is I have to go for two different virtues right now. So for my BSB, he's going for the virtue of the joust. So what I need to do with this guy is he needs to charge a unit of cav and break it on the charge. He also has the armor of Anglo, whatever. It's the one where your weapon skill 10 have a 4+ armor. So he's just going to be part of that unit that's going to charge in and try and break it on the charge. Now, for the guy on the far right, he's going to be going for the virtue of heroism. So that's going to give me the heroic killing blow. For me to earn this, I have to heroic killing blow something. And yeah, for him, what he also has is a sword of bloodshed. That's pretty much it. So 7 attacks is hoping to get that lucky 6. Now, you can take the same virtue twice. So I took it on the other guy on the far left. However, if you do that, you have to pay double the cost. So he's actually paying 80 points to take that virtue. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. And at the end of the day here, he basically just has that. And he has the Tress, so I get to pick one guy at the start, hit him on a 2+. And then he also has a lance. So hopefully between this, I can get killing blow on something and then break some cav. Oh, except that he's playing dwarves. So that means that charging cav and breaking them, yeah, that's completely impossible. But looking here, he has the 2 units of the handgunners. He has the organ gun you can see there. There's 15 of the quarrelers inside the building, and they have the great weapons. Behind the building is going to be a unit here of iron breakers and a dwarf lord. And the real massive issue I have is that this is his only character. So if I want to heroic killing blow something, it's got to be this guy, and he's nice and hidden here behind the building. Otherwise, going down the rest of the side, a couple more units of handgunners, 2 cannons, another organ gun, some more iron breakers on the far right, and I really like the look of this army. I don't think he had these war machines converted up here last time that we played, but yeah, I really like the look of them, and it's just too bad my army's not painted. All right, so overall the board looks like this, and one of the crazy things that happened in this is that he out-deployed me because he has more drops than I did, and so I had to place my characters before he placed his. And so really the way that worked out then is I just kind of went for, hedging my bets, put my characters in the center, and then he put his guys behind the castle on the left. So looking at this, what my plan is just to really get in there as fast as I can, wipe out everything that's really on the board, and then turn around to kill his main bunker there with his dwarf lord, and get 2 characters on him and just see what happens. So I pray he takes first turn, and the shooting goes and does not too bad. He kills 4 knights errant from my character bus, a couple other guys from my other Knights of the Realm, but yeah, it's dwarf shooting. You're going to lose something, right? Alright, so my first turn, pretty simple. Both of us have no magic, I have no shooting, and really at this point I am just rushing up. I'm not too worried about his little Thunderers charging me. They also have shields, by the way, but I made it so it's going to be a fairly long charge to get to my Grail Knights, and yeah, that's really my turn. On his turn, he tried charging me. He needed something high, and he did not get it. And overall, it looks like this. And man, look at my character bus. It is getting beat up. I'm just one night away from not getting Lookout Sirs anymore. But at this point, I guess the big thing with this is, I mean, there's so much shooting. You're going to take a hurt. And really the big thing here is I just can't make a Lady of the Lake save to save myself. I'm just failing them all. My other unit there of 5 got shot down to just one knight. He passed panic. My character bus passed panic. But yeah, at least at this point here now, I get to do lots of charges. So that's what I do. I'm going to be sending my Grail Knights into the Ironbreakers on the right. My character bus went into the Thunderers. I lost a couple of guys to the woods, of course. The single guy went into the Organ Gun. Big Knights Iron there went into other Thunderers. Knights of the Realm into other Thunderers, and then the far left, I sent the 5 into the Thunderers over there, and I lost 2 guys. Ugh. But at least I passed my panic, and if nothing else, I can just hold them up. I was hoping to kill enough that I could actually break and, support charge from the rear when it came down to it, the Lord, but no such luck. Anyway, here, a little bit blurry, but we can see is, let's go from left to right. First of all, I killed a couple, well, I don't know, I killed 1 Thunderer. He kills 2 of my Knights. It's a draw. Kind of ridiculous. What can you do? Otherwise, crush the Thunderers, run them down. I'm 1 inch from going off the board, so they're going to get a flank charge. The big Knights Errant, they went and crashed into the Thunderers, kicked their butt. Well, by kicking their butt, that means killed 2. Yeah, I can't believe that. That's with me being strength 6 with the Knight Errantry banner. Yeah, just the way it went. And he got away. So that's fun. Otherwise, when I charged into the unit there with my character bus, yeah, again, I did hardly any wounds. He did a wound to my BSB. He only lost by a few, and he held. Isn't it? Oh, Bretonnians are not doing it well today. And then on the far right, the Grail Knights do what they're supposed to do. They crush that unit, break it, and yeah, I roll a 3 for my pursuit, and the Dwarves get away. So twice, Dwarves outpaced the Knights. I did have some good luck here. Where in the combat against the Organ Gun, I just did a wound. He did nothing back. He failed his stubborn test, and I was able, of course, to destroy him. So that's good. But yeah, things are getting messy now. So his turn 2, his Iron Breakers flank my Knights, and yeah, they're pretty much dead. If nothing else, this combat will allow me to know what the Dwarf Lord has. So after everything's said and done, he rallies both of his units. Yeah, pretty much just tried shooting me up the best he could, but he had some misfires and bad luck this time. This is where I'm actually starting to get some Lady of the Lake saves, so that's pretty nice. But on the far left, that's going to be a push in the combat. He challenges me. I take it. I learned here he's not set up to be too crazy, actually. He has +1 to hit. He's going to have a Rune of Smiting, and then I believe he said he also had a ward save. It didn't really come up. He crushed me, let me run off the board, and he just reformed. Otherwise, against the combat in the woods, I was able to beat him there. He broke. I ran him down. Went to the Quarrelers, but I lost like another guy or whatever inside the woods, and I'm fighting these Quarrelers with great weapons, so that's not going to be great. Otherwise, yeah, I just stand around waiting for my turn to charge again. So on my turn, that's what I do. I have the unit go into the Rally Thunderers. The other unit was able to sneak around, get to the Organ Gun, and then the Grail Knights were able to go into the Iron Breakers again. Hopefully this time I can beat them. And then the other Lone Knight just goes into the cannon. After everything is said and done, we're still kind of fighting to a draw on the far left. That Organ Gun refused to die. Now remember, I only get a few guys to attack him, so that's why I wasn't able to destroy the thing, and he's stubborn. Otherwise, in both other cases, I was able to destroy the units and go off the board, so that's nice. The Grail Knights crushed the Iron Breakers, ran them down, and then his cannon killed my lone knight. So whatever. Yeah, he already killed the organ gun, so that unit got its points back, but it's going okay. I just need to now come back and somehow get to that Dwarf Lord. So on his turn, he has another flank here. Again, I'm going to be losing this unit, but the way that it's angled, he's going to be going away. So if he wants to run me down or chase me, he's going to be going the wrong way. And hopefully I can be destroying his organ gun and getting some points before that happens. So at the end of everything, he kills my knight on the far left, so Thunderers are freed up. He does some shooting into the Grail Knights and kills one or two of them, whatever it was. I do kill the organ gun, but he then beats up my knights. I break and I get away, and that's pretty much it. So on my turn, both my units come back on. I rally with the other unit, hoping to go for the charge in for that last turn, getting into his lord there, and the Grail Knights too, just reforming to charge a cannon. So on his turn, he doesn't charge me, he just kind of reforms to face me with the lord, cannon shoot into the Grail Knights, kill one, and that's really it. And then on my turn for the charges, this was heartbreaking. The Grail Knights go into the cannon. Both units charge the Lord. I'm going to figure out how to crisscross it or something like that. However, he has the Rune of Slowness. And because of that, my character bus fails the charge. And now I don't even have a shot. Really, I'm hoping that my other lance whiffs their attacks, so I actually have an opportunity to get into that combat. So, unfortunately, that's not what's going to happen. He challenges my champ there, Don Quixote, and totally whiffs. I crush a bunch of Iron Breakers, he breaks, and I run him down. So, no way I can get now that virtue, so that kind of sucks. Otherwise, destroy another cannon, and I'm kind of sitting around. So, on his turn, he does some shooting, but that's really it. And on my turn, this is getting ridiculous. So at this point, I'm just trying to kill some points, and I want to kill the other cannon, because the other cannon's been a pain to me, but I have another lances in the way, the character bus. So I decided to charge the character bus at the castle there, and that's going to get them out of the way. I'll probably fail the test, and then the Grails can go to the cannon. Well, first of all, he stands and shoots, and he kills the other 3 knights. So now he's going to score the points for all those guys in the unit. And then, to make things worse, even though I need like an 11 to get the charge, I got it! So here now, my characters are going to hop off their horses and go fight some great weapon dwarves inside a castle. Yeah, that's great. Totally great. Otherwise, my Grail Knights make it into the cannon, and when everything's said and done, he kills my BSB, does another wound to another lord. I only do 2 wounds to him, so it's a draw, and I'm pushed out of the castle like a chump. And then in the other combat, my Grail Knights whiff. They only kill 1, and the cannon holds. So all of that, I lost all those points for nothing. But, whatever. So at the end of the day, it was enough for a win, but as far as the virtues go, it was a big fat 0. He had no cav to break, so that's a failure, and I didn't heroic killing blow anything. One of the things I was looking at that I didn't really think of, I only thought of it now, is I'm not sure if you can heroic killing blow a war machine? I don't know. So maybe that's something I could have gone for, but otherwise, here I was walking in saying like, oh yeah, easy virtues, and I was just completely stalled and pushed back by those stubborn dwarves and no virtues given. So for a little update where we are, all of us have played 9 games. All of us have 11 virtues. So going on to game 10, someone could definitely win this. And like I said, both of my virtues are situational. So I would not put your money on me. And we'll see what happens. So we'll catch you then. Bye.